Before starting this video, I just want to tell you two things. First is we are very close to 100k and I am so overwhelmed. I am so excited and so nervous at the same time. Probably and hopefully, touch wood, by the time this video would be published, we would be hitting that milestone. I just want to take a moment and thank each and every one of you. Either you have joined this journey, this page from the day one, or you have joined in the middle of it. It doesn't matter. All that matter is that you are here, and I'm so freaking grateful and I'm so emotional about. Second thing that I want to tell you is that we got a new mic, so now I don't have to actually scream at the top of my lungs to make the video. Hello cuties, this is Muskan, aka Call Me a Reader. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now that we are very close to 100k, I thought to make this video so that you can also know me a little bit better, and I can also know you what kind of book recommendations you people want and how I started my Bookstagram journey, some tips for the initial Bookstagrammers, and more about books. First question here we have is how to increase the reading speed and how to read more and more day by day. Three things I would say. First is do not compete with anyone. If you want to read a lot, then read. If you do not want to read anything, and if you're just reading because you have to read because you are supposed to be reading as an avid reader, that's not the case. There are certain days when I do not even read anything, and there are certain days when I keep on reading. Like there is a loop. I'm reading romance, then a thriller, then a cry book, like an emotional book, all of those things. So it doesn't matter, to be honest. All that matter is if you're reading, that's all that matters. Okay, no matter whether it is one book or 8 books a month, it doesn't matter. Now the two suggestions that I would really give you is first, start with a thriller. If you are a beginner reader or if you really want to increase your speed, start with a thriller because thrillers are really good at hooking you from the very start till the very end. Second suggestion I would give you is always carry a book with you. Always, I mean it, always. Okay, there are just 2 times when I forgot my book and I've regretted it so much. Okay, every time you will see me, be it metro, be it on the road, be it in the washroom, I'm not very proud of it, but that's how it is. Okay, every time wherever I am, I will always have a book on me. It just kinds of eradicates all the distractions for you, and if you do not have any choice, you will end up reading more. So that's how it is. Next we have is how many books do you have in total. I currently have more than 150 books. I have lost the count, but I counted till 150, so that is what I know as of now. Next question here we have is, do you start a book and stop reading it in the middle and then shift to the other book and feel guilty? Of course. As readers, we always feel guilty about it, but I just give myself that space. If I don't like any book, I'll keep it aside and I'll pick another one. If I even do not like that one also, I'll drop it and I'll pick another one. I mean, that's how it is supposed to be. We are reading. Reading is a luxury. It's a privilege. Reading novels specifically. And if you do not like any book, just drop it. Just pick any another book because life is very short to be reading bad books. It's very simple. If you do not like any book, just drop it. Pick another one. Do not feel guilty about it. Okay, I officially say you do not have to feel guilty about it. You can drop. You can DNF as many books as you want, and you can pick any books, any kind of books you want. Okay, so do not feel guilty. Next here we have is, which is your favorite genre? I would say romance, dark romance, and anything that can make me cry, and thrillers. These are the 4 things that I basically read. I have not read a lot of poetry, but I am intending to go into poetry as well. So yes, but I do not like science fiction, non-fiction. I just do not. Next question here we have is, until now, what has been the best book you have read? Yeah, you can't tell a mother to choose between their babies. I can't choose between the book that I really loved. Like there are so many. Okay, there are so many. I can't choose between them. But I can say that the ones that I really recommend are the ones that I really love. But I can't choose. You can't make me choose. Okay, you can't. Next question here we have is books for the beginners, and we have got this question in abundance. And when I say abundance, I mean abundance. Okay, there are so many people asking about this question, so I would say that I have made a separate video altogether for such books, which I believe that you can read as a beginner. So I will be linking that video in the description. You can check that out. Why do I feel like a proper influencer? When did you start reading and how did you start your Bookstagram journey? So honestly, I started my reading journey since I was in my second year of college. I was not an avid reader since my childhood, but yes, I was a literature person. I opted for literatures in my 11th and 12th. I also did my literature honors from Miranda House Delhi University. So yes, I was a literature person, but I started my reading journey since second year of college, and my first book was either Thousand Splendid Suns or The Sita by Amish. I'm confused about these two because I read both of them आगे पीछे कहीं तो, so I'm not sure about these two, but yes, इन दोनों में से एक कोई थी. And while reading, I realized that I really, really, really want to talk about books and I really want to rant about them. So that is how I get into my Bookstagram journey. I initially had another page named by Book Treat. I was doing an internship at that time and I started that page and I was very consistent. Ki I want to get into this, I want to do this. But then I realized ki this is not how it is going to work for me, and then I left that page. I took a break of around 1 to 2 years, and last year in the May 26th, 27th May, I started this page, Call Me a Reader, and it worked out well for me, well for us, touch wood. Next question here we have is, how do I grow my Bookstagram? Very demotivated. I can totally understand that there are certain days when you feel really, really demotivated. I would just say 2 to 3 things to you, okay? Because I am myself a social media manager. I work as a social media manager professionally. So there are certain things which work logically, which I'll tell you. First is focus more on the shareable and the savable content because algorithm pushes that a lot. Second, just focus on what you love. Do not focus on ki I'll just cover everything so that I can cater a large amount of audience. If you do not like non-fiction, do not cover that. If you do not like poetries, do not cover that. If you do not like science fiction, do not cover that. That's what I did, and that has worked really well for me. Third thing that I would say is just true to be yourself, just true to your audience. I know this may sound very cliche, but that's how it is. I was very scared. I was very nervous when I started this page. I didn't know that if people would accept the raw me because I rant a lot, I cry a lot. I'm typically a crybaby, and if I like a romance book, I'll rant about it for quite a long time. So that's how it is. And I was really nervous that what if people do not accept me the way I am? What if people start trolling or something? And some people did. There are no other ways to say about it. But there are so many people who loved me for the way I am, and there are so many people who are going to love you for the way you are. So just be true to yourself and just be true to your audience, and your people, your community will find you the way you are. Next question is really, really close to me. It says that what's the best thing about your Instagram page and how audience got attracted to your page according to you? I love my baby page. It's like a baby that I've raised, and you people are like co-parents or like siblings to this page. I know it sounds very kiddish, but that's how I believe it is. And I would just say that I love that I could just be in my shorts and my oversized t-shirt and I can just come up at the camera and can talk about books. I believe that we together have created that space where I can talk about anything, you guys can talk about anything, and I try to keep this page the way it is currently. I just want to keep it as authentic, as raw as it is possible. And this has only been possible because of you people. And this is what I believe is the most beautiful part of this page, that we can be as authentic and as raw as possible. And I believe that this is the thing that has attracted a lot of people here. If you guys have any other opinion, you can just tell me in the comment section because I love when you guys praise me. ऐसा नहीं है मेरे जीवन में प्यार की कमी है, पर तुम लोग बताते हो, तुम लोग कुछ बोलते हो, तुमको बड़ा सुंदर लगता है कि thanks. So you can tell me all about. We have is, from where do you order your most of the books? I usually get my books from Amazon, but I have recently encountered that there are a lot of pirated books on Amazon also. So I would suggest that go with the books that have a lot of reviews and ratings, and Amazon choice section also. It will just eradicate the chances of getting a pirated book. So that's what you can try. That's what I also try. Next is 5 books that literally have your heart. Why do you people make me do this? Um, there are so many, but I can tell you, like, currently the books that I have my heart. I would go with The King of Envy. I recently completed it, and the guy is so cute. I just want to like hug him and like eat him and like marry him. You get it? Do you get it? It's he's so cute. Okay, so The King of Envy, The Striker, Billionaire series, Off Campus series, and His and Hers. So thrillers. Next is, which company do you work in and what's your salary? Guys, I'm not going to tell you my salary because some of my co-workers are also on this page, but I work as a senior social media manager for a product-based company. This is what, like, the maximum thing that I can tell you. Next here we have is, want to start a faceless account on Books. So any suggestion? I don't have any idea about it. I would suggest, if you can, only if you can, just do not start a faceless account. Go with the face, because your face is your brand. Your brand can be a source of income for you. So if you're looking towards it for a longer term, do not start a faceless account. There are many accounts who are faceless, like which are faceless and doing really good for themselves. But this is what I can suggest you from the perspective of a bookstagrammer and also from a social media manager. Your face is your brand, and people are going to trust you more when you have a face on that page. So I would suggest that go with the face page if you can. If you cannot, then go with the faceless also, but then you have to create a lot of aesthetic stuff, because that's what is really working, that's what is really trending right now. Next here we have is, I'm thinking of starting a bookstagram, but I'm afraid of social anxiety. I would suggest that block all the people you know, your relatives, your family, your friends. They are the real reason of your social anxiety, and just block them. It doesn't matter what they think. All that matter is you, your audience, your love for books. That's all that matters. Okay? Do not think what they're gonna say about what is the worst thing that they will say anyways. Even now there are so many people who say bad things about my videos, but there are a huge amount of people who say so many lovely and beautiful things about my page. That's rude. And I love you people for that. And I believe that if you are going to put yourself out in the world, there would be people who would be trolling you, who would be taking you down, because they can't do that what you are doing. Okay, so don't be socially anxious. Do not feel restricted because of these people. All that matters is you, your audience, and your love for books. I hope it helps. Next we have is, which is your favorite dark romance and romance book? तुम लोग ना. So my favorite dark romance book is Dark Wars series and Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. No one, I said, no one will judge me for that book, okay? You are not allowed, because you guys asked for it, okay? You guys sent me this question. So no one is going to judge me for that. And when it comes to romance books, there are so many. The Striker, Off Campus series, Billionaire series. It is my current obsession. And the Book of Envy also. I loved it. Chef's kiss. Next we have is, anyone in your home supports reading and keeping books? I come from a literature background. My mother and my maternal side is totally into reading books. However, they do however they read a lot of spiritual books. I am more of a fictional reader, but yes, they do support me getting books and keeping the books, as far as they do not know what kind of books I am reading. I'm sorry. I'm extremely sorry. Next here we have is your top 3 favorite thriller books. Though I have created a separate video altogether for the thriller books that I've loved so far, which I will give the link in the description. You can check that out. But I would say just the 3 one that I have is His and Hers, The Locked Door, and The Teacher. I really, really love them, and I couldn't predict their ending at all. If you got a chance to live in a Frida book, which book would it be and why? Why do you think that I deliberately, willingly want to be in a thriller book? Please make me like shift me in a romance book. No, why do you want to throw me out there in a thriller book? Don't you people love me or what? Why? In MC's book, no, भाई नहीं. माफ करें आप मुझे, बिल्कुल भी नहीं. All these people are like serial killers and everything. Next is, how much time do you take to complete one book? When I was in college, it usually took me around 1 to 2 days because I can read anytime I want. But now with the office and everything that I have to do on my own, I wash my own clothes. Everything I do is on my own. Okay, so now it takes me around 3 to 4 days to complete a book. But if the book is really, really interesting, I can complete it within 2 to 3 days. But then I have to go for an like a all-nighter thing. So that's it for this video. I hope I've answered all your question. If there's something that you still want to ask me, you can comment or DM me anytime. There is this one thing that I want to convey before ending this video. No matter how many books you read in a month, no matter what kind of genre you read, no matter what kind of books you read, you personally do not deserve to be judged. And I believe that I have created a small book community where you all can feel non judgmental. And at any point of time, if you feel judgmental, if you feel that people are judging you for any kind of books or any number of books that you're reading, just leave it there only. Okay, you are very sundar people and you do not deserve to be judged. Okay, कोई और judge करे तो नाम बता देना, उठवा दिया जाएगा. Okay, bye. I'll see you in the next one.